Hello, my Lemoynies. Long time no see. Miss Joyce here, practicing this mask thing. And I know that you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about Nutrafit and talk about all the wonderful effects of fruits and vegetables. Let's get started. Are you ready to see the first one? This is different fruits and vegetables and how they help you grow. We want you to grow apricot. What do you think an apricot is good for? I know it helps to combat cancer, and it helps with high blood pressure, and those are some things we need to think about because we have quite a few people in our families that are dealing with that. It helps to strengthen your immune system, and it's just an all-around good fruit. So we want to think about eating the apricot. We're going to come back and see how much you kind of have remembered from the apricot. Okay, so it saves your eyesight also. And so now we have the apricot. Okay, so let's go on to our next one. Avocados. I love avocados. A lot of people don't know how to eat an avocado. You can actually eat it on a sandwich. You can actually eat it by itself. You can chop it up in a salad. You can do many things with an avocado. Let's see what that avocado is good for. It battles diabetes. It lowers your cholesterol. It helps to stop a stroke. And a stroke can come upon you so quickly that we have to be careful. It controls blood pressure. It also helps to smooth your skin. That's some of the effects of avocado. Let's remember that. And just remember when you're getting ready to buy an avocado, make sure it's a little soft to touch. And that way you know it's about right to eat. Bananas. We know a lot about bananas, don't we? And actually there are several types of bananas. Here in our area we only have this type, but there's plantains that are out there. They have what they call the sweet banana. They have what they call the sour banana. There's all these different kinds of bananas. What do you think a banana does? Protects your heart. Well, that's good. It helps with coughing. So if you have a cold or you're coughing, it helps to strengthen those bones, keep your muscles strong. It controls blood pressure, and it can calm an upset stomach. So sometimes people will go and get like a ginger ale or something like that, but just eat a banana. It could help you. Cantaloupe. We all love cantaloupe, don't we? Cantaloupe's another one of those kind of crazy fruits. When I go to pick a cantaloupe, I always press on the navel and make sure it has a little bit of give on the navel. Then I bring it home and I let it sit out for a day or two before I begin to chop it up. And then if you smell the cantaloupe, you can smell whether it's sweet inside. Cantaloupes help to save the eyesight, controls your blood pressure, lowers your cholesterol, and it helps to calm an upset stomach. See, I didn't know that about the cantaloupe. I learned something new today. Okay? Let's go on. Cucumbers. Now, I know you see a lot of commercials with the people putting the cucumbers on the eyes, and that actually is a refreshing thing because it helps to pull the tiredness out of the eyes. So if you get a little tired and you want to rejuvenate, let's put a couple of cucumbers on your eyes. So, and this shows you right here. It helps with the skin and health. It helps with healthy hair, cancer prevention, and a mosquito repellent. Never knew that about the cucumbers. Mosquito repellent? Okay, so we're learning something new. I'm learning something new today. Let's go on. Dates. A lot of people don't eat dates because they don't know how to eat dates. They don't even know what a date is. And to them, a date doesn't even look good. But let's talk about what the dates do. Actually, it's like between a fig and a raisin. And it controls diabetes. It's a liver protection. So the older you get, you want to protect your body parts and different things inside your body. And the liver is one of the things you definitely want to protect. And also for kidney protection, which is good. It helps to burn fat if you're trying to lose weight. And it fights against cancer. So that has quite a bit of medicinal effect. See, God had created different fruits and vegetables to combat what we are experiencing And back when Adam and Eve were on the planet, there were no doctors. So God put these fruits and vegetables in our planet. We just have to learn how to consume them to work to our advantage. Kale. Now, quite a few people said, well, I don't know if I like kale, but I do. I just don't cook it very much. And I think that if we learn how to eat the kale, we could do a lot more with it. It helps keep the lungs clear and healthy, which is very important, especially that we're in this COVID-19, and it affects the immune system. And the first thing that it affects is your lungs, your breathing. So this kale would be just phenomenal for that. It's a kidney and liver detoxification. So that means that when you consume the kale, it helps to flush out the impurities in your body and helps the kidneys and the liver function. It increases your metabolism. Well, what does that mean? It gives you more energy. Well, maybe some of your mothers are saying you don't need any more energy. Maybe we can give some of that to your mother and they can have more energy. They can hang with you. That's what that kale would do. It helps to protect you from several different kinds of cancer. And it's also an anti-aging protection. Nobody wants to get old, but it's inevitable. We're all going to get old. So let's think about that when we're eating our kale. Lemon. When I was growing up, my favorite color is yellow. It still is. And everything lemon, yellow, I love. So I used to have this perfume that was called Lemon Fresh. And my goodness, I was walking around smelling like a lemon. I wish I could still find that lemon scent perfume, but it was wonderful. Let's see what it does. So it inhibits cancer. It promotes oral health. Now that's very interesting because a lot of people say they don't like the lemon because it is too citric and acidy and it's, it stings in their mouth. But it actually helps the oral part. So that's your teeth and your gums. It helps prevent kidney stones. That's a biggie. I didn't know that. It alleviates depression. If you're going through a depression, let's go buy a couple lemons. Eat that lemon, child. And let's see you just come up and out of it. Helps fight against infectious disease called chlorella. I'm not sure what that disease is. I'm sorry. But the next time we're going to look it up so we'll know what we're talking about. So I'm so excited to see all the effects, the medicinal effects of a lemon. That's awesome. Let's go on. Pineapple. Now a lot of people like pineapple, but it seems too hard to cut the pineapple. When I was younger, I was actually allergic to pineapple. As soon as I would eat the pineapple, I would break out into these little white bumps all over me. It would be like everything was on fire. So for years and years, I did not eat pineapple. I loved the taste. And then one day, I was in my 30s, and I said, well, let me try these pineapple again. I took a little bite, and I waited. I didn't feel anything. I took another little bite. I thought, okay, party over here. Okay, all right, I think I can handle that. I had outgrown my effect from the pineapple. That was so awesome for me because I love pineapple. Now, how can you pick a good pineapple? You want to make sure, if you look on the bottom, that you see that little yellow thing right there. That's where the sugar comes in. And the first thing you want to do when you cut up the pineapple is you want to take the head off. Then you want to go down each side, like cut each of the sides down. It's a little tricky in the beginning, but then you get to the core of the pineapple and you'll see how easy it is to get through. Let's see what that pineapple does for us. Well, it's anti-cancer, all right? It's for your bone and health. It's anti-inflammatory. That's if people have trouble with their skin or bloatation, or you might have an infection. It can help against that. It boosts the immune system. That means when you're coughing or you're sick, it can help move and speed that along. And it's a digestive aid. Let's suppose after you eat, you're feeling, your stomach's not feeling well, and people get this indigestion in their stomach. Well, the pineapple will help with that, making your body consume it better through digestive aid. That's interesting to learn about the pineapple, isn't it? But let's go on. Watermelon. Okay, let's get past the elephant in the room. They say only black people eat watermelon. They say only black people eat watermelon and chicken. I don't know anyone on this planet, white or black, that doesn't eat watermelon and chicken. So let's get past all that, okay? I love watermelon, and I think you love watermelon. I do have one of my nieces in my family. She does not like watermelon. So there, that goes that myth out the door right there. Okay, so let's see the medicinal effect of watermelon. And how do you pick a good watermelon? Well, that's kind of tricky. I always, when I go to get a watermelon, I lift it up and I knock on it. And I see if it has like a little bit of a thud. If it has a little bit of a thud, that means that it's about ripe. But if it has more of a dense type of feeling when you're knocking on it, I wouldn't take that watermelon, because you can't ever tell if it's going to be sweet until you actually cut the watermelon. Let's see what some of the medicinal effects of the watermelon is. It reduces high blood pressure. It reduces heart disease and super hydration. So that when you are feeling depleted, you're going out and you're playing a lot of times and you're sweating and you come back inside, and most people go and they reach for a soda or something that is like a soft drink. The watermelon will help replenish that. So it boosts the immune system and it helps to clean the kidneys. So, how many of you like watermelon? That's what I thought. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Apple. It used to be said that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Why would they say that? It used to be said that the apple has so many nutritional values. And one thing I found out about an apple is when you bite into the apple, you consume the calories as you're chewing the apple. So that means if the apple is like 40, 50 calories, you've already consumed them from chewing on the apple. Now I like to have my apple a little different. I slice my apple, take all the seeds out, and I like to eat it with the slices. And every time in my family, when I would slice the apple, it would be like everybody would be convergent. I wouldn't even have the whole thing sliced. And everyone wanted a slice of that apple. And I kept saying to them, there's more apples in the refrigerator. Oh, well, we like how you're slicing it up, Auntie. Who knew? Call me the Miss Apple Slicer. Let's see some of the medicinal effects of that. It protects the heart. It helps the digestive system. It improves your lung capacity. That's right here for your breathing. And it helps to protect your joints, which is awesome. Now I can see why they said an apple a day keeps the doctor away, because all of these medicinal effects are very, very vital, especially if you're going from young to middle age to older, how it can help you. Let's move on to our next one. Aloe vera. What an actual, I always thought of an aloe vera as a plant, and it is, but it's also known as a vegetable. And I always knew that there was a lot of medicinal things about the aloe vera, so I'm kind of interested to find out how that aloe vera can help us. Let's see how it can help us. Well, it halts the growth of cancer tumors. It boosts the blood and oxygenation. Now, when we think about that blood, we always hear about people getting ill and they have to have a blood transfusion or something like that. Well, this helps to boost that blood so that you're not going to need that. It heals physical burns and radiation burns. So let's suppose you're out sunbathing and you get extremely sunburned. You take the aloe vera and you rub that little bit of ointment on there and you will see a difference. It's so smoothing. Let's suppose you accidentally pick up something that's hot and it's burning. You take that aloe vera and you rub it on there. How about that it helps digestive problems also? So isn't that interesting to know about aloe vera? It's a vegetable and not a plant. Okay, let's go on. Artichokes. Ooh. When I was in Italy one time, the waiter came over and said that they have some fresh artichokes, and would anyone like to try the roasted artichokes? I'm like, yeah, I'm game. They were the best things I've ever eaten. So they brought the artichoke and they had cut it in half, just like that, and you picked up, you just literally picked up the inside, put it in your mouth, and it just melted. They had it savored with these olive oil and a little bit of garlic and a little bit of pepper and some, I don't know, they had some other kind of vegetables or plants or, things that they were putting in there. But, oh, I couldn't believe the taste of that artichoke. So when I came home, this was about 3 months later, I went to the cheese factory. They had just opened the cheese factory, and they had the artichokes on the menu. And I ordered it. I thought, oh, if I can get that taste again, that would be wonderful. So when they brought the artichokes out, I went to go take a little piece of the middle, and I literally had to fight it. I'm like trying to pull it out, and I'm fighting it. Well, that's not how it was when I first ate it. So I took it and put it in my mouth, and it was so gummy. It did not melt in my mouth, and I thought, well, let me just try another little piece. So I tried another little piece, and same effect. So I told the waiter that it was not cooked to perfection. So the chef came out of the kitchen and asked me for tips on how to cook that artichoke. He said he didn't really know what to do. I had told him I had it when I was in Italy. And I said, whenever they boiled it, they had to boil it. And then they also roasted it. And he said, oh, okay, maybe that's what I need to do. And then I said they sprinkled the olive oil in there, and they had, all kind of different beautiful smelling plants that they were putting inside. And he was like, okay, well, I appreciate that. So who knew? You go on a trip and learn something, you're able to bring it back and help other people learn. Let's see what that artichoke does for us. It aids in digestion. I can see that. It lowers cholesterol. It protects your heart. That's interesting. That's the first one that I've seen that actually protects your heart. It stabilizes blood and sugar, and it guards against liver. So if you get a chance to eat a well-done artichoke, now you can actually go to the store and you can buy artichokes by the heart. You can eat them in a salad. I sometimes chop it up and I put it in like I do this one pot dish. Sometimes I'll use it that way, and it gives a wonderful taste off of that because they've already seasoned it, and they have the right type of seasoning that they put on it. So just try, and I just want you to try some of these fruits and vegetables that we're introducing to you today. Okay, let's go on. Blackberries. Some people are like, well, I don't know if I like blackberries. And most people, when they see that, they call them boysenberries. They'll call them blueberries. But they are blackberries. And I love blackberries. I love any kind of fruit and vegetable. But I love blackberries. Now, it's really tough eating a blackberry sometimes because you get these little seeds that get stuck in your teeth sometimes. That's the only thing about eating the blackberry. Let's see what the medicinal effect of the blackberry is. Oh my, it protects Parkinson's disease. So what is Parkinson's disease? Two people that you may know that was affected by Parkinson's disease, Muhammad Ali and Michael J. Fox. I'm sorry, I drew a blank. And so when I met Muhammad Ali, he was in the height of his Parkinson. And so I'll just tell you the story real quick. I'm interviewing for models in Canton, Ohio. And the whole entire hotel was abuzz about Muhammad Ali is in this hotel. So everyone who was abuzz, the doorman, the elevator guy, I said, tell Muhammad Ali that Joyce Ellis is in the building. Left it alone. The next day they were like, oh, the shoe shine guy. I shined Muhammad Ali's shoes. I said, tell Muhammad Ali that Joyce Ellis is in the building. Left it alone. So we're going up in the elevator, and the maids are so excited. Oh, we just changed the sheets for Muhammad Ali. I said, tell Muhammad Ali that Joyce Ellis is in the building. After about 5 of those, I went into this room, and I was there to interview some models. So this guy came in, and his name was Ali Muhammad. And he said, I am looking for Joyce Ellis. And everybody's head snapped to where I was. And I said, I'm here. And he said, Muhammad Ali would like to meet you, so he'd like you to come out with me. I said, you tell Muhammad Ali that I'm busy right now. I would love to meet with him. The whole place went like this. You're telling Muhammad Ali you're busy? And I said, well, I am busy. I can't just leave you all here. I said, give me about a half hour. So they took me to the room where he and his wife were. And Muhammad Ali said to me, he said, and I'm not trying to be exaggerated, but his voice was very hoarse and his hand was shaking excessively. And he said, no one has ever treated him like that. He said, everyone has just always bowed down to him, right at his beck and call. He said, when I heard you say Joyce Ellis is in the building, I had to meet you. He said, that was just wonderful what you did. He said, I want to thank you for that. Hey, I was just being me. Who knew I was going to end up meeting him? So we took a couple pictures, so it was nice to meet Muhammad Ali. So anyhow, it reduces heart attacks. It keeps the colon clean, which is very, very important. It reverses aging, and it prevents wrinkles. Can you believe it? Nobody wants wrinkles. Well, some of you guys are thinking, well, I don't care about wrinkles. But we girls, we don't want those wrinkles. Okay, so that's what the blackberry does. All right, let's move on. Orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? No, okay, so here we go. Everyone loves an orange. Again, you can eat it sliced. I eat my oranges in a salad. I eat them by themselves. I always slice them, take the husk off of them. Let's see what they're good for. Anti-cancer. Helps with pain. Oh, I didn't know that. It's heart health. Okay. Anti-hypertension. Calms the nerves. Stroke prevention. That little orange does all that? Wow. Aren't you glad that we've got to see the orange? I know I am. Let's move on. Green beans. I know that some of your parents grew up picking green beans from their garden. Some people harvest the green beans. I just recently started learning how to actually cook the green beans. So let's find out what they're good for. It helps our digestive system. It prevents the Parkinson's disease, lowers the cholesterol, fights cancer, and stabilizes the blood and sugar. That little green bean, that must be a mean green bean. So now we need to know how we need to consume them. Let's move on. Beets. Oh, when I was younger, I hated beets. I didn't want to have no parts of the beets. I thought that was the ugliest thing and the most nastiest thing. As I got older, I started liking beets when I would go to the store and buy them in a jar and put them on my salad. Man, they made everything taste so different. So your taste bud changes as you get older. Let's see what that does for us. It controls blood pressure, fights cancers, strengthens the bone, protects your heart, and helps with your weight. Ooh, okay. A little beet. We might have to beat on that beet a little bit. Okay, let's move on. Mango. I remember someone at the center said to me, I don't like mango. And so one day, we chopped up some mango and we put it in and made a mango milkshake. So we gave everybody a little taste of it, and she kept saying, I don't like mango, I don't like mango. She sucked that thing down so fast. I went over to her and I said, so you don't like mango? Nope. I said, well, you just drank it. She said, that was a milkshake. I said, it was a mango milkshake. She said, well, why did you fool me like that? I said, no, I didn't want to fool you. I wanted to expose you. So sometimes you might not like it just eating it that way, but you'll like it another way. Let's see what it's good for. It protects the cells, the immune system boosting, improves your memory. So whenever you have somebody says, like today I had a little memory block right now, I need to get me a couple mangoes. It improves the vision and eye health, and it boosts the red blood cells, which is very important to our whole body system. So that's the mango. Broccoli. Now a lot of people say they like broccoli, and then there are people say I don't like broccoli. Well, there are many ways that you can eat a broccoli. Some people chose to eat it by itself. Some people chose to eat it cooked. Some people can only eat it if it's smothered in cheese. Some people can eat it if it's roasted. And some people can only eat it if it's chopped up very finely. When I make fettuccine alfredo, my family always love that I put the broccoli in there. I don't put the big chunks of broccoli. I chop them up a little bit so it's just enough to give you that flavor. Let's see what that broccoli is good for. Well, it strengthens your bones, okay? Saves your eyesight. Yeah. Fights cancer, protects your heart, controls your blood pressure. That's what broccoli can do. So we need to try to consume that, whether it's cooked or uncooked. Okay? So let's see. This is our last one, cabbage. Now, recently I just started learning how to cook a cabbage. First of all, you gotta really get to where the cabbage is and fight through all the little leaves and things. Then you gotta really work hard on slicing that cabbage. All your work is getting that cabbage ready. When I prepare my cabbage and noodles, ooh-wee, you will be, the whole smell, it just radiates throughout the neighborhood. I've actually had somebody walk by my house one time and said, I'm so sorry. I just, smelled the smell. I said, come on, I just made some cabbage. And they just sat down and ate some cabbage and noodles. It actually happened. Let's see what it's good for. Oh, it combats cancer. It helps the digestive system. It helps your weight. It protects your heart. And it's filled with antioxidants. Those antioxidants helps to fight off all the bad things that we try to put into our body. I can see how it helps your weight because, like I said, you got to fight and work hard just to get it cut up. So we are at the end of our lesson today, and I am so glad to have this time to spend with you. I truly miss my Lemoynies, and I look forward to seeing you all again in person. I want to tell you that God loves you, and so do I. Have a blessed day.